years, Sonic Speed Simulator has had banger Halloween updates, to them bringing back fake medals from Sonic Heroes, to them adding in the Werehog, and to them even adding a brand new world. It honestly kind of felt like Sonic Speed Simulator specialized in their Halloween updates. And so when this year's Halloween came around, people were having a bunch of high expectations. And hey, I don't blame them, I did as well. And what do you know, Halloween is already over, and these updates were not the greatest, to say the least. Maybe just me, but I either thought these updates were bad or just mid. Well, why is that? Well, in today's video, I'll be breaking down this year's Sonic Speed Simulator Halloween updates, and I'll be going in depth to why these updates didn't live up to expectations. So anyways, without further ado, let's jump right on into it. Well, first things up, I want to talk about every single update and when they brought to the game. Starting off with the very first update coming on October 1st, we have the midweek update. And in this midweek update, they added back Reaper Metal Sonic, made Pumpkin Hill free for everybody, changed Legendary Spinner in the race shop, and most importantly, added the gate. And obviously when they added the gate, everyone was speculating and trying to think of what it was, which we all know what it ended up being. But either way, everyone theorizing what it was going to be was a great time. So with that being said, I'd honestly rate this update like a 6.5 out of 10. It was actually pretty good and a great start to the Halloween season. And then after that, with the second update of Halloween, we have the 1-year anniversary of the Fastpass. Now, fortunately, this update was not that bad. We had skins like Ghost Charmy, Witch Blaze, a brand new Witch Paw emote, and they even brought pumpkins to the map, which if you would hit, they'd give you candy. So overall, it was a decent start to the Halloween season. So if I had to give it a rating, I'd give it like a 6.5 out of 10. It was actually pretty good for a Fastpass. And then for our third update of this Halloween, it starts kind of going downhill with the Shadow Takeover event. All they did was add back Maskless Ninja Shadow and Super Shadow to the game. They added an emote eggs, which I actually kind of liked. And I'd be asking, this is a Halloween season, where are all the Halloween things? Well, for this update, they added a Halloween crystal, which if you interacted with, it would turn the atmosphere orange. That's it. There was no Halloween decorations this year. It was just the atmosphere that was orange. So after giving this update a rating, I'd probably give it like a 5. The reruns were cool, but again, it had to do nothing with Halloween. And now with the fourth update, this is where the storyline for this Halloween started kicking into place. We had the Costume Party event part 1. And this update was kind of mid. The quests were pretty cool, and I like how we had to find the key and find all the Sonic characters. It gave a little bit of pizzazz to the event. But other than that, the skins were kind of bland, and overall, this was just kind of boring. I mean, like, to be fair, they did add the new wave of gold eggs, which wasn't bad. I did really like the Lumi Werehog. So if I had to give the update a rating, I'd probably give it like a 5.5 to a 6. Again, it's something special. It's alright. And then with the final update of this Halloween, we have the Costume Party Part 2 event. And in this event, you can unlock a brand new toy robot Vampire Sonic and a brand new Fairy Tail Silver skin, which I really liked. But with the unfortunate news, with everyone speculating what the gate was going to be, it turned out to be a small area with Amy trapped in a cage. It didn't really make sense with the storyline they were going, and honestly, I think it was kind of lazy. And they also added back more gambling with an Indigo Metal Sonic skin. So again, overall, this update, I'd rate it like a 5.5 to a 6, right above average. It's like whatever. So now that I listed all the updates of this Halloween, what about last year's Halloween? Well, last year's Halloween was immensely better. In the first update, we had a rerun of Reaper Metal Sonic and Halloween decorations, and we also got Gold Fake Metal Sonic in Gold Fake Metal Knuckles. In the next update, they brought back Pumpkin Hill permanently, and they brought us the Fastpass. In the third update, we had the Chained Up Werehog event, and in the final update of October, we had the Sonic X Shadow Generations event. So even though, yes, not every single update was Halloween, every single one of them just hit. They were all so good, the skins were incredible, and overall the hype and build-up was there. But anyways, enough of glazing last year. Now let's move on to my second topic, the skins we got. Now really quick, I'll recap every single skin we got this year. We got Ghost Charmy, E10000 and Witch Blaze, Fairy Tail Cream, Fairy Tail Amy, Luminosity Werehog, Luminosity Exotic Jet, and Luminosity Exotic Charmy, Fairy Tail Silver, and finally Deadly Indigo Metal Sonic. So right there was just 10 skins. But I don't know if you guys noticed, out of the 10 skins I just named, 4 of them weren't even Halloween. And just because E10000 is orange does not mean he's a Halloween skin. So during this entire Halloween, this entire month, we only got 6 Halloween characters. Now, I'm not trying to sound ungrateful, don't get me wrong, I'm happy with the characters we got, but I mean, like, come on, we could have traded Indigo Metal Sonic for, at the very least, a different Halloween skin. And I also think the part that kind of sucks, more than half of the Halloween characters we got this year already had Halloween reskins from past years. So technically, the 2 characters that got Halloween skins this year, but that didn't have any other Halloween skins from past years, are Charmy and Blaze. So all I'm saying is, maybe instead of getting a second Halloween Amy skin or a second Halloween Cream skin, instead give us us Halloween Vector, or give us a Halloween Whisper and Tangle, or even take a Halloween Marine. I think you get my point. And the very last thing I want to talk about is the over expectations and the hype we had around this Halloween. Now, obviously, most of that hype actually came from that gate. A lot of people were theorizing what it was going to be, and the most popular theory was a King Boo boss fight inside a Sonic Speed Simulator, which obviously it did not turn out being a Halloween boss fight, and it was actually a cage where Amy was in it, and it led to a useless storyline. Now, obviously, this isn't the devs' fault, but still, I think it would have been nice to have a little bit more communication over this Halloween. Like, I know the devs are working on bigger things in the future, but like, still, I don't know why they didn't drop any teasers in the Discord, or any hints or clues, because to be honest, that would have been so fun breaking it down, or maybe even like a Fortnite live event. Over the weeks, the gate will start losing fog, and you can kind of see what's inside there. So again, all I'm trying to say is that I think our expectations were a little too high, but I also think we could have had a little bit better communication as to what was going to go on and what was happening, because to be completely honest, this Halloween was all over the place. It was all scrambled, and I think the communication could have helped a ton. But anyways, guys, that's it from me. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed the video. Let me know what you thought of this year's Halloween down below in the comments. Again, I'm not trying to say that Halloween was like god awful, it's garbage. I'm just trying to say that it could have been a lot better in a multitude of ways, and I was just trying to give my perspective on it. But anyways, if you guys enjoyed it, make sure to subscribe down below. My goal is to reach 50,000 subscribers for the end of the year, and every sub counts, and I'll be seeing all you fellas, ladies and gents, next one. Peace, and thank you guys so much for watching.